Hi. Let's have some fun. What if you could be anyone throughout history, backwards, forwards, all of time and space? What if you could choose to be anyone and to live their life? Who would you choose to be? It's funny, I just went to watch a documentary on mind control, and I didn't get that far. It was filmed by the History Channel. I haven't watched media like that for a while. And that was their opener. Who would you be? If you could be anyone in history, who would you choose? And I was hit by a revelation. I would be me. That surprised me. You know, with this beat up body and everything that gives me all kinds of heck. That surprised me. But I'm telling you, I'm so happy. And happiness is not a function of outer things. Look into the eyes of those people with all the wealth, all the money, all the power. Be in heart and look in their eyes. You will not find happiness. Eckhart Tolle doesn't reveal names, of course. He's very discreet. But many very wealthy, very famous people seek him out. And so he gets to know them, helps them out, has conversations with them, and so on. And he's a famous person now himself, and rather wealthy, I'm sure. And happiness has diddly squat to do with that. He talks about it a good bit, and it's really good. He says that the people like that, with the greatest wealth, that there's nothing in the world they couldn't have if they want it. Couldn't buy for their spouse, no place they couldn't go. I mean, people honestly are signing up for trips to the moon and different things, you know, orbiting in spaceships and that kind of thing. There are people with that kind of wealth. But when those people are also spiritual seekers, that's a really interesting place to get to. You can have anything, and you realize you're still not happy. It doesn't satisfy. And so I would think that puts you in a pretty good place. A lot of people go through life thinking if they only get this or that, do this or that, find this or that spouse, you know, have kids, 3 kids and you know, what used to be the American dream, then they'll be happy. Putting our happiness off, endlessly putting our happiness off. It's so pathetic. And the rich and the wealthy have that opportunity as spiritual seekers to realize the emptiness of it. Well, let's you and I realize right now, right this very minute, we're tremendously empowered. We just don't know it. All of mankind has forgotten about it for a good long time. But we're waking up to that now. You know, if they were selling tickets to this play that we're in, they would go, there wouldn't be enough money to buy one. We are truly blessed and honored to be here, to have a part in this play. And it's priceless. And if you can't see it now, then maybe you're in mind. Mind isn't equipped for things that are really deep. Mind isn't the right tool, that's all. It's a good tool, just not for this. So, who would you be if you could be anyone, and why? What would you gain from that? That would make a good observation exercise, a self-inquiry. Self-inquiry is so valuable. It's where it really happens. Inquiring into the self. Who am I? Hopefully by now you know you're not your body. Kismet, honey, it's okay. You're not your body. You're not your mind. You're not your feelings. These things come and pass like clouds in the sky. They come, they go. You know that change is the only constant, right? Well, what never changes? What never changes? Inquire into that. There's an awareness there. Muji and Gangaji are real experts at leading people there. Have you heard of Ramana Maharshi? He's a famous Indian sage who lived a great deal of the time in silence. And people would just gather around just to be there. He wouldn't say a thing. And all kinds of answers would come to people, and understandings, and all kinds of things would happen just being in the presence of the master. One of his students, Sheila's disciples, whatever you want to call it, one of his devotees was a man they called Papaji. And he was the master that taught both Muji and Gangaji. So they're in that line. It's the Advaita teaching. And it's a really beautiful thing. There's a lot of heart in it. So let's keep remembering it's a being, not a doing, that's called for. Everything that we want to be, we already are. It's just a matter of waking up to it. We've been sleeping. So, you know, we're covered over with some grit and some grime and some dirt of the ages, some programming and media garbage and a bunch of lies and stuff all poured over top of purity and perfection. Well, that purity and perfection is just as perfect and just as present as it ever was. It never went anywhere. I had a favorite bookmark that I really enjoyed. It said very simply, "Does God seem far away? Guess who moved?" I think our awakening is a matter of uncovering, of cleansing, of a casting off. It's not a going out and a searching and a looking for, and it's something we've got to attain, and all that stuff is just mind games. We already are that. We must simply wake up to it. And it's a beautiful equal opportunity. Everyone has a heart. And there are enlightened ones. There are sages here, there, and everywhere. It's a time of sages like never before. The disinformers are out there too. And they're wearing the guise of the teacher, the sage, the wise one. Many a workshop is held in the name of truth where anything but truth is taught. Well, they do throw in a little truth. That's how they lure us in, you know. Our hearts and our souls respond to truth. And so the dark side knows this. And